Welcome, beautiful souls. How's everyone doing with this eclipse season, solar activity, and now full moon in Scorpio tomorrow? How you doing? Being a Scorpio sun and most of my aspects being in Scorpio, it's been very deep cleaning for me, diving deep, uncovering lots of things. And from what I've been hearing from many of you, you've been going through your own deep cleaning. So kudos. Good for you. Early this morning, as part of my deep cleaning, I came across some awareness that felt very important to share with you because I know I'm not alone in this. I had a dream that reflected a lifetime of mine. And in this lifetime, I was raised that my tribe was to war with another tribe. Interestingly enough, neither tribe remembered when this war started or what it began over, what started it. We just knew that that's what we had been raised to do. The other tribe was our enemy, and we were to make war, and we were to win it at all costs. And that's what we did. And in the dream, there was a moment where I had, over the years, become very respectful of one of the warriors in the other tribe, and almost developed a kinship relationship from the standpoint of I could relate to him so much. And there was a moment in battle where I took his life. And as he realized that he was going to die, I felt such grief and such guilt for taking his life, and such remorse and shame. And I walked away from the battle and I began asking questions. Can someone tell me why we're at war with them? Can someone tell me what started all of this? Can you tell me why this is our way of life? And no one could. And in great reflection, I made a choice that I was done, that this was not what felt right in my heart, that it was not what felt right in my soul and in my being, and I walked away. And as I was processing everything that I was feeling from that dream, I allowed myself to follow the strands of those frequencies and find all the lifetimes where I felt that similar energy. And I was amazed at the number of lifetimes, including this one, where I was raised up to hold or adopt certain beliefs and live a certain way because someone told me that that's what I was supposed to do. And that I, for a time, chose to do that in order to be accepted, in order to belong. I lived that even in the moments where it didn't feel right to me. Even in the moments where I wanted to question it, I didn't, because I wanted to belong more than I wanted to question. And I wanted to be accepted more than I wanted to live in alignment with my truth. And as I was following all these threads and finding all these lifetimes, and as I was relating that to this life stream, I realized just how much weight I've been carrying through all time. By holding on to this grief and this remorse and this guilt and this shame, and labeling myself as evil, as a monster, as horrible, as a destroyer. And I was allowing myself to move through all this and just see it for what it was, without judgment. And then I asked, what is it that I require in order to truly live in alignment with my heart and with my soul? And as I tapped into that energy, I recognized that my heart and my soul are pure acceptance and love for the sake of love alone. And that's what's required in order to live in harmony, in order to live in alignment with my heart and my soul, is to fully accept, to wholly accept, and to completely live in a space of love for the sake of love alone. And as I got into that space, I was able to see all these lives, all these aspects of me from a completely different point of view. And I was able to offer love. And it was interesting because many aspects of myself wanted to reject that love because they felt unworthy. And they asked me why, how could I love them after everything they had done, after the choices they had made? How could I love that part of me? And I said, because I choose to love for the sake of love alone. And when I choose that, there needs to be no reason. There needs to be no bar that has to be met, no hoops that need to be jumped through. It's just love because I can and because that's my choice. And what I did then was I called in all of those aspects of myself that were carrying the labels, that was carrying the judgment, that was carrying the pain and the shame. And I held ceremony. And I offered love for the sake of love alone. And acceptance, wholly and completely. Regardless of the choice. Some of the lifetimes I chose to walk away. Some of the lifetimes I chose to stay in what I had been trained in order to be accepted and belong. And regardless of the choice of each lifetime, I recognized, I realized, I had an awareness that I now can choose to love wholly and completely for no other reason than because I can and I choose to. And I watched the labels and the pain and all of the emotions, all of the weight began to dissipate, began to disappear, began to no longer exist. And it feels pretty awesome. And I'm still processing. And probably will continue to for a little while. There's thousands of lifetimes that I'm working with. I wanted to share this with you because I know without a doubt that many of you are carrying heavy, heavy burdens from this lifetime and other lifetimes. And many of you are not sure what is required, what you can do in order to lay that down and live in alignment with your heart and soul. And because I was given this gift of awareness this morning, I wanted to share this gift with you. So if you're ready in this moment, I'd like to offer you a little bit of a guided meditation to help with that, to get you started in that process. If you're not ready right now, that's okay. Pause the video, turn it off, go do something else. Come back to it when you're ready. But those who are ready, let's go ahead and focus in on our breath and just allow it to flow in and out. And bring your awareness to that air flowing in and how it animates the body. And how it feels as it leaves the body, knowing that it will return. Allow the body to soften. Allow the mind to soften. And if your mind becomes distracted, simply bring it back to your breath. Good. Now with your next breath, I invite you to focus on the center of your forehead and visualize your soul's light coming in through your forehead, traveling through to your spine, flowing down to your heart, and imagine that your heart becomes a pool of light. And as more of your soul flows in, your heart light expands. Allow it to expand as much as it's ready in this moment, accepting what is, allowing it to be. Good. Now from this space, I invite you to bring in the energies of whole and complete acceptance. Bring in the energy of love for the sake of love alone. And if you get caught up on that part, refocus on your breath and allow yourself to lean in to love for the sake of love alone, because I can and I choose to. Now, from this space, invite in all the aspects of yourself that are carrying heavy energies that are not in alignment with this choice, that are in opposition to love for the sake of love alone. All the judgment, all the shame, all the grief, guilt, regret, remorse. Allow those aspects of yourself that are carrying those weights to come into a holy circle around you. Invite in all those aspects of you that have labeled yourself as horrible, as evil, as wrong. Allow them to come in and join this circle around you. And in this space of pure acceptance that you are in the center of your heart and your soul, in this space of love for the sake of love alone, emanate, radiate, and offer that energy to every aspect of your being. And if they question how you can do such a thing, let them know, because I can. And I choose to love you wholly, accept you completely. Beautiful. Spend as much time as you would like to with this. Come back to it as often as you would like to. Beautiful. Now let's set the intention that even though we're going to come back and we're going to rejoin ourselves in this moment, we're going to allow that pure acceptance and that complete love for the sake of love alone to continue to radiate through us to all aspects of our being. Beautiful. Now release your focus and bring it back to your breath. Notice the movement of the air across your nostril tips. Notice how the breath animates the body as it comes in and as it leaves. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And open your eyes. And breathe. As you move through the rest of your day, and as you come to this video as you are called to it, I wish you the most beautiful of journeys. We are all going through a quickening. We are all going through a level up where we are being invited to surrender. Not just let go, but surrender the energies that have not aligned with our true divine essence, with our soul and with our heart. And isn't it wonderful that we have one another as we're going through this journey to support one another as we each go through our own processes of clearing out the attics and clearing out the basements and sitting down the luggage that we've been carrying through time so that we can shine our light. Happy Earth Day. It's Earth Day today. And really enjoy the Scorpio moon tomorrow. Yes, it's a lot of deep diving, but it is so worth it to unpack that baggage and get that lightness of being. Let me know if I can assist you in your processing as I do my processing. And feel free to reach out and offer encouragement to the rest of our tribe called humanity. If you found this video beneficial, please consider offering a love donation. If you're watching on YouTube, I will put the links for you to do so in the information below. If you're watching on Instagram, you can go to my profile and you'll find a Linktree link, and there's a donation on that Linktree. If you feel like someone you know would benefit from it, please feel free to share it. And I look forward to the next time that the ancestors and the spirit moves me to create another video for you. In the meantime, from my heart to yours, namaste.